Hi there, welcome back to Bard's Inventory. I'm a bargain hunter slash collector, and this is my haul, this is my inventory. And on this episode, we are featuring the unicorn. Before everything else, I would like to apologize again for the other boo-boo I made in my last review, which was the Buster. When I spun his shoulders around, I should have been saying rotation, but instead I kept saying bend. And again, when I finally got to the elbows, I stuck with bend because he does make a full bend on his elbows. Anyway, the word that I should be using was rotation. Rotation for the shoulders. Oh, we'll try not to make that boo-boo on this review. Anyway, we're gonna go for the box first, the package that it comes in with, and we're going to check the front of the box. The front of the box, we have a product shot of the unicorn over here, and it has this band thing here. I never really take it off because I got it with this one anyways. See? Here. It says Unicorn Gundam Robot, and I'm assuming this means robot as well. And over here it says the robot spirits and some Japanese characters. I think it's the same. Says the same thing. Of course, I'm just guessing. I have no way to verify it, not yet. Side MS, R number 040, and Japanese characters again. Mobile Suit Gundam Unicorn, and of course Bandai over here. On this side of the box, right below it, we have again. It says Robot, the Robot Spirits. Lots of Japanese characters and a holographic sticker. Okay, and on the back of the box you have again a product shot and battle pose. You can mount the shield on his back. You can see here he wields a beam saber. He has a beam weapon as well. It says here Gundam Unicorn mode. It says here is choking hazard, and again Bandai, and of course another holographic sticker right over here. On this side of the box, another product shot of him standing, and on the top of the box again it says Unicorn Gundam. It's upside down. Robot, the robot spirits, R number 040. That's pretty much it for the box. So let's get right down to the unicorn. Now the Unicorn Gundam comes with a lot of accessories. He has a beam weapon, a shield here. So here's the beam weapon, here's the shield, and he has a saber. He also has lots of interchangeable hands that you can use to make those cool dramatic battle poses. See that? Despite the fact that this guy is scaled 1:144, he's got a lot of detail in him. This is what's really cool about these Japanese mobile suits. Even though they're this small, scaled to 1:144, it has so many cool details, despite the fact of this being this small. Okay, now let me show you the optional grips and optional hands. Just a moment.
A few moments later.
Okay, so here are the additional hands for your battle pose options. You have the open hands, just like in the Buster. And again, look at the details they put in this thing. See that? The left and the right. And they're all open palms. Yeah. See that? Look at that. Check out the detail now. See? There. And here's the other one. They're very small, by the way. And they're really tight. When you try to interchange them, they're really tight. Here are, this is the closed fist right here, and this is the grip. I put in the trigger finger here and then the grip there so that he can hold the sword. The closed fists, I rarely put them on in these mobile suits because basically they just punch. So this is the closed fist right here, as you can see. And this is the grip. This is for the beam saber. See that? So that it can hold the beam saber securely. Okay. This is the other pair. The other trigger finger. And again, closed fist for those punch poses. See that? Okay. He has an extra beam saber. I'm not going to take it out because it's an extra beam saber. It looks just like this one right here. Exactly the same. He has an additional crest. It's also in the box. It looks just like this one in case you lose this one. I'm glad that they put in extra what you call this parts for this one, because these things are really small, so you have to be very careful with them, because if you lose them you'll just have one spare left. I mean, at least you'll have a spare, but like I said, you have to be very careful with them because they're very small, they're very detailed, and they fit snugly into this guy. Okay. Later on, you'll get to see him with his cool battle poses, with the beam saber, the shield, and all that. Okay. Let's take a closer look at the unicorn. You see that he's got a whole white knight going thing. That's his color scheme right here. He's got some bits of gray on his joints areas, particularly here, in the shoulders, in the elbows, over here on the waist, here on the ankles. This part, however, this one's blue. This tip of the foot right here is also blue. The shield has got a white and grayish thing going on, but mostly it looks like a white knight. The crest over here, that's where it gets its name from, the unicorn. See? It's shaped like a unicorn with a very, very long horn. There, he's got some green going on in his eyes, in his visor, right here on the head. The backpack is colored blue and gray. It's got thrusters on it. I got no issue with the backpack here. I can put them readily here, and it looks complete, by the way, with this one. Just a moment.
A few moments later.
Okay, now the head is on a ball joint. It can look up slightly, it can look down. It can turn 360. There's nothing getting in the way with him going 360. On his shoulders, right here, the shoulders, they rotate about 360. Aha, got that right. 360 rotate. On the shoulders. Right below the shoulders, there is another 360 rotation over here. On the elbows, he's got a more than 90-degree bend on the elbows right here. He has wrist rotation. Like I said, the wrists are interchangeable. The grips are interchangeable for those cool dramatic poses. So it's got a full 360 rotation over here. On the waist, he can turn over here that much and turn to this side that much. He has a bit of an ab crunch, see, which is really cool, by the way, for those cool dramatic battle poses. Now the legs can kick up that high. That high. That's how high the legs can kick up. He can move to the side like this, but if you keep going any further, this panel here, right here, it's going to pop off. But if it pops off, he can do full splits. He has ankle tiltage for those cool A stances, and he's got this much bend on the knee. The legs can move about this far to the back, to the rear. That's how much it can go. No more than that, otherwise you're going to pop out this one as well. The flaps on the sides, they're on a ball joint. So here, ball joint. At the back, a ball joint. This one at the front, also on a ball joint. Again, move up this high, kick up this high, move to the side. See, there you go. See, it popped out. So if you keep forcing it to do the full splits, it's going to pop out. But it can be fixed readily, even easily. Okay, full knee bend, about this much. You have ankle tiltage again. His foot, unlike in the Buster, does not move. It's just a foot, right? Anyways, okay. And now, like I said, look at all the details that you have over here. Despite the fact of him being primarily white, they didn't skimp out on putting in all the details for this particular mobile suit. Remember, this is it's a 144 scale, yet they put in all these details. I mean, that's pretty cool for a mobile suit action figure. Okay, now let's equip him with his weapons and do some size comparison with the Buster and some other mechs. Okay, so I equipped him with his shield and his beam weapon. So size comparison compared to a deluxe class transformer, particularly Sideswipe. See that? Sideswipe is still bulkier than this guy. Yeah, they're about the same size. Well, this guy's taller because of the crest. But in terms of the bulk, yeah, Sideswipe is still taller. And look at those fists compared to his. Not skimping out on the details, but you gotta admit, this guy, despite being smaller, he's got so much more going on in terms of the details on this figure, on his frame. Okay, now let's compare him with a Voyager class Transformer Soundwave. See that? And let's compare him with my previous reviews on the Gundam Age 1:100 scale. You see that? This guy's like half the size of this guy. See?
That's quite big.
This is Soundwave, of course. He's taller than this guy.
Impressive.
Voyager class. Like I said, the 1:144 scale is closer to the deluxe class of the Transformers. Okay. Now let's compare with the Buster with my previous review. Just a moment.
One eternity later.
Okay, compared to the Buster. Yep, they're about the same size, same scale. 1:144. And of course the Buster with its big gun right over here. A combined version, some sort of fusion cannon thing going on. And of course the Unicorn with its standard beam weapon over here. See, they're about the same size, same scale, 1:144. And again, despite the fact that their scale is smaller, I mean, the toy makers did not skimp out on the detail, which is really cool. I really appreciate that they put this much detail into this small figure. See that? Okay, now I'm gonna get him on that landscape so that we can start doing the battle poses. Okay? Ta-da! There you go. See, I like to try it first if I can make him stand on that landscape on his own, and he can. Look at that cool battle pose. It's like he's under attack and he's shielding himself from the attack. See that? Let's spin him around so that we can get a full 360 view of his battle pose. Really cool, by the way. I like his battle pose. Okay, let's try something else with the saber this time. Just a moment.
Another one.
Ta-da! There you go. Check that out. Now, isn't that a cool battle pose? Again, let's spin around so we can get a full 360 view of his battle pose on the landscape. So stable. I like this guy. Really cool. I like the nearly transparent beam saber, by the way. Nice. As you can see, I can move the shield from either arm. It's equipable in either arm because of its grip. There's a grip here that allows you to move the shield from one side to the next. One more pose. Just a moment.
And another one.
Ta-da! There you go. See that? Shield at the back. Beam saber over here on this hand. Beam saber over here on this hand. Beam weapon, beam rifle on this hand. Again, let's go for that 360 effect so that you can see how cool his stand is while he's on this landscape. It's not even, by the way, but he's able to stand on it perfectly. Cool, isn't it? There you go. Now, let me show you something about the shield. Just a moment. Okay, now the shield comes with this accessory. This particular portion here, these guys right here. This accessory here, this particular portion here, this is what enables him to put the shield in either the left or the right arm. But in either arm, he can put the shield on because of these grips. They have slots here which this thing can attach to. Plus it has these pegs so that you can mount the shield so that you can put them on either right or left arm. And if you want to put it in the back, you just remove this accessory, and there's a peg here on the back where you can put this one in. Let me show you. See that? There's the peg right here. There's the peg. See? You can mount it here on this slot. Like that. Cool, isn't it? Okay, it's getting staying there. Now, for the shield, there's also another gimmick. It can go on this mode. This is the normal mode for the shield. And if you need to extend it, you just spread this out like so. There. To add more coverage to the mobile suit. Cool, isn't it? Well, that's pretty much it. If you like this video, please click like, please click subscribe, and I'll see you again with my next mobile suit, which is the Ale Strike. Yep, that's the one I got out, the Ale Strike. Oh, another thing, I wasn't able to mention this in my last video. The Unicorn and the Buster, I got them at Toy Kingdom. I think it was at least 50% discount. I'm trying to recall how much, but I think it's a little more than a 50% discount from the original price. You could probably check out Big Bad Toy stores if they still have some of this. I'm not sure. Just check out their inventory if they have some. If you want this figure, I recommend them because they are so cool in their design and the detail. And of course, the way they have these interchangeable hands for those dramatic battle poses. Okay, so see you again on my next video. Thank you for coming. Bye.